Are you sick of living in the shadow of someone else? Need some help learning to love yourself and tap into your unique strengths, or embrace your leadership potential so you can thrive in your life. This is Empower with Nancy. Let's start the show. Oh.
The power of mindset in business success. All right, let's dive into this phenomenal episode. Today, we're talking about something that's absolutely fundamental for your success, and that is mindset. Now, I know mindset can sound like one of those buzzwords that everyone throws out there, but let me tell you, it's not just talk, it's real. It's powerful, and it's something that can completely transform the way you approach your business. I am a testament of this and have been doing this for years. So listen up, think about it. Every decision you make, every challenge you face, every opportunity seized, it all starts in your mind. The way you think about your business, your team, your competitors, even your own self, it literally shapes everything. Let me share a story with you. A few years back, I was working with the CEO who was really struggling. His company was at a standstill. He kept saying things like, I'm not sure if we can break through this market, or we just don't have the resources to compete. I don't know. What are we going to do if this doesn't work? He was stuck in a scarcity mindset, a very reactionary mindset, and was just didn't know what to do. Very intelligent CEO, loved him to death. Always focus on what they didn't have. CEOs usually focus on what they didn't have. Instead, let's focus on what you could do and what you could have. But here's the thing, once we start working together and shifting his perspective, everything changed. We worked on flipping that scarcity mindset into one of the most abundant mindset. Instead of focusing on what was lacking, he began to see what was possible. It wasn't easy, but he saw the vision. He started to believe in the strengths of the team and even in his own leadership capabilities and his team. And in the potential of his business, it started to flourish. And you know what happened? We literally broke through that market. They started to grow. And today they're one of the leaders in the industry. It is that powerful. And let me tell you, I've worked with a lot of CEOs, but it really stems from mindset to business success. This is why it is so crucial, because the way you think directly impacts the action you take or don't take. If you believe that something's impossible, you're not even going to try. You freeze up, you are scared of failure, and you stop. But if you start believing that you can, that you have what it takes with just that simple mindset, and suddenly the game changes. You start looking for solutions, for opportunities, for ways to win. You have control over the will. And for my team, as well as the people that are following me on social media, my followers on Instagram, my followers on podcasts and such, you'll always hear me say that you can have and do anything you want and you control the will. This is why it's so important. Now, I'm not saying this is easy by all means, but changing your mindset takes work and it takes time and milestones, one step at a time. It takes self awareness, it takes discipline, and sometimes it takes just the courage to face those limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. But here's what I want you to remember: you're not alone in this. Every successful leader out there, no matter what, has had to do this work, and you can do it too. I've done it over and over and over. And let me tell you, I was fearing a failure. When you have the great days, you feel like you're on the top of the world. When you have something challenge that you face or lands on your lap, you're like, what the hell am I going to do? And you just have to focus on that mindset, because when the challenges come full force, you'll know how to deal with them. Because the end result is we learn from our challenges, and these are stepping stones to our success on a personal and business. So let's talk a bit more about the concept of growth mindset. I teach this a lot in my program. A growth mindset is all about believing that your abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort, learning, and persistence without giving up. It's the opposite of a fixed mindset, where people believe their qualities are set in stone. I'm just not good at this, or I'll never be able to do that, or how in the heck am I going to make the money that I want to make, or I'm not going to get the right people to help me. What happens if I hire the wrong people and they take me down? Do you see how it just keeps playing over and over and over in your head? When you have a growth mindset, you see challenges as opportunities to grow, not as threats. You're more resilient in the face of setbacks because you believe that the failure isn't the end. It's just a step on the path to success. You have to believe that. And in a business, this is everything. Because let's face it, if you're going to face challenges, you're going to have setback. But if you can approach those with a mindset of growth, you'll come out stronger on the other side. For example, let's say you're launching a new product and the initial feedback isn't what you hope for. A fixed mindset might lead you to think, well, that's it. Throw your hands up. The idea is flopped. What the hell am I thinking of? But with a growth mindset, you'll be asking yourself, what can we learn from this feedback? And how can we improve and make this product even better? It's totally different approach, guys. And it's the kind that leads to long-term success, period, the end. But if you don't believe in it and you don't do that mind shift, it's not going to work. You'll continue to bang your head against the wall, and multiple challenges will fall on your lap. And then you're really going to scratch your head and say, how the hell is this happening time over time over time? I have this black cloud over my head. It comes in threes and so on and so forth, right? Get yourself out of that negative mindset. So how do you start developing this growth mindset? Here are a few practical steps I want to share with you. Number one is awareness. Start by becoming aware of your thoughts, especially in challenging situations. Are you learning towards a fix or growth mindset? Just notice this is a first big step. The awareness of the patterns that you see. Number 2, reframe challenges. The next time you face a setback, challenge yourself to see it as an opportunity to learn. So ask yourself, what can I take away from this? And how can I grow? Number 3, surround yourself with growth minded people. Super, 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 super crucial. You know, they say you're the average of the 5 people who spend the most time with. It's true. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow, who challenge you, who is on the same mindset as you, and who believe in the continuous learning. That the people that don't give up, you fall and you gotten back up. You fall, you get back up. But don't worry about the falling. Just continue to learn. And number 4, practice self compassion. This is key. Changing your mindset takes time, and you might not always get right to it, or you may not get it right. Be kind to yourself in the process. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and keep moving forward. This is another thing that I have in practice and teach in my program. Take small stepping stones. Don't feel like you have to do it all at once. Let's go a little deeper into something I mentioned earlier, limiting beliefs. So these are those darn sneaky little thoughts that come in our minds that really takes over. They're the voice in your head saying, I am not good enough, or I don't deserve the success. And if you let them, they'll hold you back in a very big way. But here is the good news. You can change these beliefs. It starts with identifying them. Pay close attention to those negative thoughts that come up when you're faced with a challenge. Do you ever notice that these limiting beliefs come into your mind when we have a challenge, but if things are going really well, those limiting beliefs are not even in existence? Think about it. And I bet you didn't even notice that. Start looking at the patterns. Write them down, then challenge them. Ask yourself, is this really true? Or is it just something I've been telling myself over and over and over again? More often than not, these beliefs aren't based on reality. They're just stories we've been repeating for years, days, days and days and days, one day after another. These darn thoughts. You wake up thinking of it, you go to sleep thinking of it. So once you've identified the limiting beliefs, replace it with a more empowering one. For example, if you're telling yourself, I'm not good at leading my team, flip it to, I'm learning how to be a better leader every single day, no matter what. It might feel strange at first, trust me, but the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. If today's episode resonates with you, do me a big favor. Leave a quick review, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe to my episode. You can find me on Spotify and Apple. And remember, you have the power to change your mindset, to grow and to succeed. It all starts with the way you think. Mindset. So let's make sure you're thinking like a CEO who's ready to conquer the world. And when I say let's start thinking as a CEO, doesn't mean that you have to own a business. You are a CEO because you can conquer the world. You have control over the will. You can have everything that you want. You are the CEO of yourself. Thanks for spending time with me today. I really, really hope that you enjoyed this episode. Until next time, keep pushing yourself, keep challenging those beliefs, and keep moving forward. You got this. With gratitude, Nancy. Thank you for listening to my podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a rating and review, and share it with a friend. To connect with me and get all the behind the scenes content, you can follow me on Instagram at EmpowerWithNancy and visit my website, empowerwithnancy.com, to learn more about how coaching with me can significantly enhance your life and business. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day. See you next time.